welcome to our voice channel TV. So your voice, my voice, our voice. Okay, so very glad today we have a author from Follow the Train, Kelvin Low, today with us. So this is Kelvin and Ginny with us today also. Hi, so I'm Leslie. So thank you for joining us. So today we are on the section of Follow the Train for Successful Property Investment. So I think today our author here, this is his book. Okay, so his book can get it on MPH, okay, and all the popular as well. Yep. So all the major bookstore, okay, online and offline, okay. So I think this is our section with him. So we're honored to welcome him to join us to share his insight on investing in the property along the train, okay, and MRT, LRT, these kind of things. I think a lot of people will think that investing on this kind of places have a lot of advantage. Okay, is that true? Okay, then later he will share with us with a lot of insight and gem, okay, which he normally also inside his book, okay, with us today.
All as property and gem. Okay, Mr. Kelvin Low will be books away for free for those audiences who actually share and like page, to share with your friends. Yeah.
Yes,
it's a physical copy.
So the physical copy. Yes, you have 3 physical copy which value 39 ringgit, which you got if you get from the bookstore. Okay, so we got 3 copies. So please help us to like and share, and then this video then we'll pick after the session. Okay, then our site will contact you and deliver the book to you. Okay, sure. So today I think Kelvin. Okay. Before, I think let's just start how you join this real estate line. Because as I know, I think you are previously studying engineering.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Engineering, right? Like me, also engineering. Okay. So
it's a total diversity.
What makes you want to change from this kind of engineering industry to this real estate industry?
I just share my after I graduated in USM in the semiconductor engineering.
Yes.
So I started work as an engineer in Motorola, Intel, for example. So I was based in Penang.
Yes.
So after 7 years in the semicon industry, right? So I decided to make a switch. Make a switch, totally switch, because, for example, I just feel that when I went for the interview, I have this thought like, when I'm going to left the company again. Some kind of the weird, I feel that actually I no longer have a passion in the semicon industry anymore.
The career advancement.
Yes, career advancement. Then I think back, what actually I'm much enjoying doing. So I look back, property is something I enjoying because I already invest in property in Penang Island, the time with my partners, for example. Then I said, okay, then why not give myself a chance into property? So I start to talk to a few friends. One of my friends, or I call it mentor, Terence Chong. So I have a session with him. Then he advised me, if you want to do a property, don't stay in Penang. Come to KL. Go to the city to do the real estate. If possible, go to Singapore or go to Jakarta. I think that is a bigger city because it's a bigger demand. So from then, 2012, I decided to make a bold decision, make a move from Penang to KL, start from scratch and zero. Because very simple. At the time I'm still single, it's available to move around, and no family concern. So that's why I straight away make a move to KL, start from zero. Since 2012 until now, 8 years in real estate.
So single, you're still single now, right? Okay, some tips for you. Okay, so I think that's the benefit of single lah. So you can move around. I think like we have family, so we can't simply move around. Okay, I think from going, I think in the semicon industry, you are in Intel and then the famous company and then this big company. So don't you feel that the big shift and then the insecurity, because I think from a very high paying job, then how you, I think people, when nowadays, I think a lot of people, unless I think during this time they retrench lah, no choice lah. So I think a lot of people, they already have commitment here and there, and then this kind of change, don't you have this kind of fear?
Of course. Of course, a lot of fear and also like a lot of uncertainty. So people that cannot deal with uncertainty, my advice is to make a switch. Because I'm a person that I like uncertainty, variety. So like when I started in the real estate, for example, I can I very open to go for new project marketing, sub-sale, residential, commercial, because I'm a kind of person like variety. And also I enjoy freedom. So to me, it's like, I get less paid, for example, starting I get less whenever I got a deal only, I get a commission.
Yes,
Monthly
correct.
salary is a fix. Oh, every month by end of month I know I got money. So during the property agents, when I close a deal only I get, but actually I more enjoy my freedoms, the time freedom. I can visit my friends, I can move around. For example, I can wake up late. So so those are things I much enjoying. Even the less pay, those are things I much enjoying. And also it's my personality that I like variety.
I see.
Yep.
So you've been into different type of project. I think project marketing, sub-sale marketing, and
Yes, that one is when I starting right is a newbie in the real estate right. Is I give myself to expose to as much as possible, then decide which one I had to go to focus. At the end, still had to go to the specialist, which area that I shall focus on.
Now you're focusing on real estate industries and corporate real estate.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you share with
think
more about this?
yes.
So when since 2012 I'm in the real estate right. So I did project marketing for developers and a sub-sale right, residential, commercial. What is available to me, I will just take it on to experience. So I find out actually I don't really enjoy much on the residential, and also not much into the project marketing. I got my own reason. People still make money, but it's just like not really I'm much enjoying, because I like to deal with like business owner, factory. Because I was a engineer background in the semiconductor industry, I always travel around factory area. It actually give me advantage when I do with the factory. It is actually the advantage I realize. For example, so at first I don't know why I can do industrial probably better than others agents, because I already as engineer, and also like I was sales engineer. I travel across Malaysia on the industrial park. So this will give me some advantage. And also like when I deal with the corporate people, I was on MNC. It's easier for me to deal with clients, MNC clients, what is the expectation, and also the communication. So they want to give me advantage, look on my strength. And also like I don't really enjoy residential, because viewing at the night and weekend is something like I don't enjoy.
I see.
I prefer to have my personal time on the night time and also weekend.
So more the
More
working
the
hour
working
lah.
hour.
Yes.
But also with high ticket volume, right? It's talking about industrial and
It's a different category, I would say. In residential, people say make money for those that focus on bungalow sales. It's a high ticket, but residential is not my forte. So I focus more on corporate, real estate, and also industrial. Those are my, actually, for example, this is something that I very enjoying doing it.
So I think we still have to look back on, for those, I think you are new in this industry, I think you still need to look back what kind of background you are. I think we should have special advantage on that, right?
and your strength. Your
Based on the strength
And
first.
then how, because I think for big bosses also not easy to serve, right? To do
Certain
the
expectation,
service,
yeah.
expectation,
Like
especially big
communications, and also like emailing, profile, proposal, and those things are they expect. Those kind of the presentations is better to send to them like PDF file and a PowerPoint. So they expect this is things can be done by the agent. Just for example.
So you're more like a corporate kind of dealing rather
Yeah.
than I think normal agent that you just need to open. Yeah, you
That's why you come out with this book saying let's follow the train to uncover this property.
I see.
Actually, it's nothing to do with my thing. It's just like this is a passion project.
Okay.
It's not to do with the corporate. For example, the corporate clients I deal with, for example, from Japan, from US, Fortune 500 company, top 100, and also from Netherlands, from Japan, few couples of Japan. So those are company when deal with those are MNC company. There's a different way to talk about it and discuss. So this is something like I enjoying, because this is a different that I assume not many agents can handle that.
Okay. Let's say going back, I think when you're starting, so let's say you start again and then become new, just new into this industry. So what kind of advice will you give your younger self, or maybe those who are just want to come explore to the real estate?
They actually are two different to look at it. If people want to make money, focus on what the market needs.
Okay.
For example, if I really want to make money back to year 2012 to 15, right, I will just do new project marketing, even though this is not something like enjoying, because that can make money. For example, maybe nowadays, right, now and the next year onwards, right, could be auction property is a good market, good demand. If I actually want to catch the market trend, that should be like I want to go to.
Yes.
But at the end, it's still like I believe real estate is a people business. No matter what type of is it new project, commercial industry, actually at the end is the people that we serve. That is more important.
I think all service lines, even because I myself is in education, so that we serve people as well. Our
Yes.
students,
Yeah.
our parents and all this.
Yes, correct.
I think internet. I think everything that's delivering value,
Correct, they
value.
were asking about value, and
then
so
just not I think a transaction kind of things lah.
Yes.
So I think it's always the people, the connection. Even though I think nowadays the due to the pandemic, I think everything's changed. But I think at the end, I think we are changing the way of communicating and connecting lah. So I think people still like to connect. So I think I think most of the business, I think unless you are transaction type, but I think transaction type nowadays they also want to create those kind of connection. Okay, I think your product is what it connect with me. I think they have this nowadays have to do these kind of things.
Maybe I share some example. One of the actually feng shui master from Johor, Master Pao. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I heard about it.
So when they come to actually from Johor to KL, right? Actually, it's by recommendation from someone. They know me. They came to KL to know anybody. So someone actually introduced to me. When I visit them, at first they only looking for Sri Petaling or Puchong. I bring them to see around what they want. At the end, I insist them to go to Bukit Jalil because after listen to their requirements like a new project, the area where I say Bukit Jalil is a bit few atas.
Yes.
So Puchong a bit
the mid low lah,
for example, or mid something like that. So people have a different expectation, and people go to Bukit Jalil, no parking issue, and there's a something like that. So the environment going there is different. Do you agree? They can't. It's very.
I've been there. It's like very nice.
Very nice. Yes. So when I introduce them, they make very fast decision. Okay, Kevin, this is a few lots that I want, and you see the compass. Okay, this is what I want. And straight away we close the deal, for example. So those are when there is a trust and also listen to client what client wants, right? Then it's easier to close. So those are the key that you already have a relationship because I was recommended by someone in Johor. Say, hey, you come to KL, look for Kevin. So this already the trust is given. I'm blessed actually. I able to close the deal.
Good.
Thank you.
So I think since we talking about close deal, so any I know you got some big deal. What kind of big deal you recently done? I know you do some big deals recently.
Recently, okay.
Even during this pandemic.
Yes, very big one.
I'm quite blessed. Basically, it's like I'm not saying I'm terrible. Okay. Basically, one of the co-agents for me, and she asked me, hey, you got a warehouse in Puchong area that with this size, 400,000 square feet. I said, yeah, I have. Yeah, are you sure you in touch with the owner? I say, yeah, I know the owner. Who is the owner? Are you sure? I say, yeah. Then later on, my co-agent is still with the e-commerce company. I don't want to mention the name of it. It's an e-commerce company looking for the place to set up as a sorting center. So they want. Then later on, then within a short time, right? We conclude the deal, but it take a long time for the handover because existing tenant moving out and moving in. So those are a bit longer time. So the total size is 200,000 square feet warehouse.
200,000 square feet. So
200,000.
the hint is a very big e-com thing. If you want to know, then contact us to Yam Cha.
I think tomorrow, the Age will publish the done deal article tomorrow. The Age 26, they will publish it. So if you guys interested, then you stay tuned on the Age property. Tomorrow, my done deal success story will be featured in the Age.
Yes. So I think later, we may post the link inside the Facebook. Yes. Any more deal you want to share with us on recent deal?
Maybe a few years ago, one of the deal that I done right is through one of my friends. She is a Japanese. Actually, he introduced a Japanese client to me. Not actually, I don't know the Japanese client.
So not referral case.
It's a referral case because the Japanese the lady, you know me well. You know I can do the corporate deal. Hey, Kevin, you help my friends to looking for the office must be MNC status. And the budget is below 5 ringgit, for example. Below 5 ringgit, this is what they want, everything. I do a lot of research and do a lot of proposal and send to them. And later on, we conduct a viewing. And later on, I ask to the owner to say this is the price. If cannot make it, then I have to bring them to the other location. So at the end, we managed to close it. And for about 9,000 square feet, and the Paradigm Mall there.
These are under global.
It's a Japanese, I think number 1 or number 2 gaming developer, Bandai
Oh.
Namco. You know the Pac-Man?
The Bandai.
Pac-Man, the game is developed by them. So those are the deals that I got it done. And when I was when the office opening, then MSC's MDEV people asked me, hey, who is the agent to get it done? I say, then they introduced me. Then subsequently, I got another Korean and Malaysian joint venture animation firm. I got the UOA Business Park. So those are my one referral by another one because people know that I can deliver. They just introduce another. The one is the M Studio, M Baba Studio, something like that.
So I think it's a lot of things when you are doing good things, and then people will refer you because they want a very professional, and then they know which kind of real estate negotiator that can help them to secure a good location and then
Good price, maybe good terms or something like that.
good terms, and then meet their requirement. Oh,
So all your secrets, let's say you're successful, can be found here, you know?
No, that one is
different.
This one different. That one maybe yamcha. That one different.
So I think I think go back to the follow the train. So I think this book what makes you want to come out with this book? I think
Correct,
this is
your objective.
with our another friend, a good friend of ours. I think David. I think he's not in today. Next time we invite him to come also. So I think what's the reason for you to came up with this book?
Okay, back to like I think 2000, maybe 15 or 16, right? So this is a book, Ho Jin Soon book, Property Investor True Story. So this is a book that actually MPS is selling as well. I think about maybe 39 ringgit. I'm not sure about the price. So when Ho Jin Soon is asking property investor to contribute article, so I'm one of the 29 contributor to this. So after we successful this book is launched, then we got like 80 books. So it's a feeling that wow, we are contributed like author. They have feeling.
Yes.
Then Ho Jin Soon mentioned, hey, guys, you can contribute one article. Means you can write a book.
Okay.
Sounds logic, Sounds logic, but
Not
easy.
not really. Giving a contribute article and publish a book is totally different skill. Doesn't mean you can drive a car, then you know how to repair a car. Something like that. Okay.
Straight into it.
So then I just take advice. I can contribute article, then I can publish a book. Yeah, it sounds logical. Then keep on explore. So when me a bit ego lah. Okay. When I say if I want to publish a book, right? When I want to publish book, I want to make it a series. Means like chicken soup, they got series, right? I say just one book, I don't feel good lah.
I don't feel good.
Other people maybe achievement, talking achievement, people were better than me. So then I say, hey, what are the topics I can talk? Must be where I said because something like enjoy very much. He gave me like some thought. Hey, that time 2015, 16, right? MRT topic is very hot. I also, because I'm an engineer, I always believe in data and research. I say, hey, why not do something research about MRT? Because people say that, hey, buy property near MRT stations, it sure win one.
Is that true?
Is it true? I cannot say lah. Okay, don't force me to say. Okay, so a lot of due diligence be done to know that is a yes or no. So based on that query, right? So I say, okay, why not I do the MRT 1, then I can do MRT 2, MRT 3, LRT, for example. So those are the book series. So this is the basic idea, the book series come. Then later on, when this idea is crystallized, then I invite David Liu to be my partner to be in because he's a drone specialist, drone pilot. So we put a photo in. It's a nice, just not on data, everything. Also, we want to nice photo, nice, because drone that time, 2015, 16, it was a cool thing.
Yes.
So
it's not easy to maneuver.
And just want to buy one, it costs like 4,000, 5,000,
Yes.
So those are things. Then we blend in this one is a data research and also beautiful images in the book and the research. Hopefully this one will give people some perspective. Right? Is it a good buy in the property near train station? Is it meet my individual objective? And what are the things to look into it? So those are we also set some criteria. Property near train station, they got multiple, they got many. Got landed property, got high rise, got commercial, they got factory as well. In this book, we only focus on high-rise building, and also walking distance about less than 15 minutes. So those are research and data. In Malaysia, do you think more than 15 minutes walking distance is practical?
Not practical because very hot.
It's raining.
Daytime, we worry robbery. Nighttime, we worry ghosts. Or maybe a raining, for example. So practical is like less than 10 minutes, right? People prefer more than 10. It depends on area. Maybe city slightly longer. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Malaysia context, I believe should be the best. Is let's say people want to buy a property near the train station, LRT, MRT, whatever. The walking distance should be less than 10 minutes, walkable distance. And also best if it got sheltered, that is the best. Because raining how? Hot, very sun. You ask the ladies, high heel, walk on the hot sun, you imagine that.
And then all the makeup.
I think we drain out already.
So before you the train, you already had to make up again, So those are things you have to consider. Is it walking distance and is it really walkable and it's no sheltered, the rain and the hot sun. So those are the common sense thing to look into it.
I think, but another aspect when the MRT station is too near, so we have this kind of noise problem. Thing. Do Malaysians really care about that, or they care about the hot sun or this kind of things?
I think noise is not priority as a hot sun and the raining. I think that is more serious matter than the noise. Why I say so? Because noise is not only coming from the trains moving, it also coming from the routes.
Yes.
The travel. Okay.
Yes.
So there are houses and property right next to the highway.
Yes.
And people still staying. And that noise is every second. Trains maybe like maybe after 5 seconds, 5 minutes.
Nighttime, there's no
Okay, no train. Okay.
10,
Okay. And the highway routes right is almost like 24 hours is running. I think that noise pollution is much severe than the train station. So that one is hopefully they can answer that. So it's different, and also like living in city, something we cannot avoid is a noise pollution. We have to is really people cannot take it. Like for example, I met some of the Japanese client when they're looking for property. The first thing what turn off is noise.
Yes.
They're willing to pay higher to actually another facing side or maybe inner side. They don't want to have a noise. So something is maybe individual preference. For me, if there's no choice, there is a noise, I still can accept. But some people they cannot at all. So those are the people then you have to better stay away.
From the city I think go to more outskirts a bit.
Kajang.
Kajang.
Every Saturday.
Hot soup also. Okay.
So depends on it.
Very individual.
I think this is something if you are staying in the city that is unavoidable because normally the LRT station will be beside the road already.
But a lot of information will be here.
Yes. And also during this book, right, for example, we actually went to the all the property listed here, right? We went to the JMB to verify the information because some of the condo information is actually found online. We verify it, and some of the information is outdated. So we went to the JMP site to verify some information, get the updated, like for example, how much the maintenance fees, for example. So a lot of information may be outdated online. So we found it. We take a hustle actually to went to the JMB. So those are additional information that we share in the book. So those are actually we spend a lot of time to. It takes a long time because we visit one by one each JMB.
Wow.
It takes a lot of time.
That's why you call this assistance. And especially those that let's say want to thinking whether to buy which location they can. So not research, but studying this book and then get all this.
Yep.
I think
Cost
because
39 ringgit.
yes, because I think Kelvin and David
has been putting a lot of
times. I think both of them are investor and also in the property line also.
Yep.
So I think I also know David is very particular in data also. Good analysis there. So I think
engineer lah. Basically, engineer. Mindset. They were first thing will be the numbers. The numbers it will be make sense or make sense. Numbers will not lie. Numbers is there. So the transaction data, for example, from 2012 to 17, right? Those are the data for people to analyze. So those are things valuable. Of course, everybody have a different preference. So those are only the reference for individual. Set your own difference. Later on, see what makes sense to in.
And today, the Kelvin will 3 books free.
And also, additional on the 3 books, right? I also will insert one MRT map.
Oh,
It's
That's a bonus.
a bonus. Those are maps you can people can get from Ho Chin Soon.
okay.
Ho Chin Soon office. I already have numbers. So in the book, I also will insert the MRT map. So the big map, I think A1 size, quite big lah. So
yes.
together, so just like at least people can have some latest. I think that one is a 2019 map. Yep.
Very, very updated.
Very
2019.
updated.
Okay, so this is Master Ho Sing Chun is our, I think, map king in Malaysia.
Yeah.
So he's have all the data on the map for your investment. So actually, I think a lot of real estate professional are using his map to do a lot of analysis.
Yes.
So it will be good for this property business or yourself doing.
Yes, I think even you are investor, I think good to have that. Okay, so I think Master Ho Chin Soon is always very generous.
Yes,
yeah,
very generous,
very generous.
Yeah.
So I have to help him to advertise a bit.
So those people actually one free copy of the Ho Chin Soon map, right, can go to his office to request. His office is somewhere in Bandar Indah. So you can Google search Ho Chin Soon research and also maybe drop a call to them if you want to go there to pick up. Yeah, it's always free for to collect from Ho Chin Soon because nowadays less events exhibition is in less exhibition. So people want to get the latest map, maybe you can give them a call.
Yeah,
Maybe you can,
confirm
or you can arrange a pickup, Lala Move or something. Just go and pick up, and let's say people stay in Klang Valley. So those are alternative you can think about it. This is very valuable information as an investor on property. What serious talking about investor? That maps give a clear perspective, geography, location.
Yes, yes. So I think, Kevin, what's the interesting fact while you are preparing for this book?
Let me see.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Interesting facts. When I mentioned that actually, at least is down a query or questions, right? Is it property? All property near the train stations will be goodbye or sure win ones, for example. So
yes.
those things, okay. So based on my data research, right? I'm like, not really.
Not really.
Not really.
Actually, what kind of factor that make a
because all the property we research those are subsidy already sometime, for example. So I can say is it property? The first thing is very important. Is it in demand? Hot demand or not? The demand will determine the people willing to pay the higher price, something like that. So if no demand means nothing we can do. Even the property very nice, but no demand, it means nothing can be done. Or secondly, it could be actually property maintenance quality. When a place is well maintained after 20 years, like for example, some of the condo in Mont Kiara, for example,
yes,
after 20 years, wow, fantastic, still like, yeah, it's old, but it's still
well maintained.
Well maintained, and living inside the landscaping, everything is very nice. So people actually want to stay in. So the price will be actually, for example, much lower than the new project, for example. So the older one, for example. So those are the factors people look into it. And also, who is your neighbor? Is it a lot of people, neighborhood is staying there is like foreigners a lot, or local people a lot, or family a lot, or the students, for example. So those are the few factors, many factors. And also like strata title, obtained or not obtained. So those are many things to determine the property prices. Is it good, appreciate, or after some time they just stop. And we also see some of the condo after 2015, the price drop. Not go up, drop.
Oh,
even though that time market.
Market 2015, right? So the only one or two is keep on consistent going up. They actually some flat. They actually some went down. So it's a very, I would say you imagine each condo is a different woman with a different characteristic.
okay.
Specifically emphasize.
For example, so they will be easier because each condo or apartment have a different characteristic in they have a certain performance. Maybe you look nice and something you look attractive. So I would say it's very subjective. So that's why site visit and also site visit is very important. Due diligence is very important to have a look and to see, to feel, to touch. So buying a new project is something we cannot see. We also don't know. So sub-sale is already something we can see, we can understand, we can feel how the property management is doing, the quality, who are the people majority staying there. So those are things it's easier to, it takes some time to do the research.
So do you intend to do a property tour to bring near the train station
Now CMCO lah, I think. I don't know yet. Okay, I intend to do a property tour, for example. If there is a demand for people interested on the property tour, then contact them, the organizer. Then especially to cater. I never done yet before. I can see based on demand which area the people want, and also what are the condo, for example, or additional information. We can have a tour, organize a tour, maybe by N in the Kajang Sate, for example.
Yes,
So something we can have some fun together
Yes,
to,
yes.
to explore. Because some of the place I'm more familiar, some of the place I'm not really familiar. So those are things I can keep on explore. What are the good quality property? So yeah.
It will be educational as well. Like what you say, fun and
But
I think so. If you are interested, I think you can comment a tour. I think also that I think those later we can DM you, or you can connect the number there on our screen there. So we'll arrange. So just let us know you are interested. Then we'll arrange with Kevin. So we have with some small token fees so that we can bring you along, and then we have learn and so. But I think we can have a big group. So then I think we just follow the SOP and see how we can make this work during the MCO. Again, because I think this also we can share our knowledge, and then because it's offline, because we have limited time here, so that at that time also we can Kevin can share more of his experience. So Kevin, what is your advice to those who keen to invest in property or buy for their property on near the MRT station?
I think first thing first, the very important when people looking property near the train station, right? The purpose first or objective. Is it buying for own staying or for investment?
Yes.
Or buying for investment, talking on stay first, on stay there'll be different deciding factor. For example, is it feng shui perspective, feng shui compliance, then must facing certain thing, and also like is it convenient for my short distance travel to certain places? Is it the neighborhood good or not good? So there are many those are the factors to decide is it for my own stay. It's a different look into it. The price may not be cheap or not cheap, may be my secondary consideration.
Yes.
So own staying is talking about environment. Is it I feel that actually something like good. For instance, there is a condo at Kota Damansara.
Okay.
I don't want to mention the name. There's a near to the college there, and the majority of the people staying there is students.
If talking about nearby is college.
Because nearby is students, okay.
Yes.
If I got family, do I want to stay there?
Bit noisy, I think.
Student is noisy. I'm a student before.
And
sleep one.
change around the turnover.
So the maintenance also sometimes you have to consider the quality and you know. So when or another apartment, for example, if the people have a low budget, they go for apartment. Wow, a lot of apartment actually a lot of bang foreigner, for example. So the family member may not feel comfortable. So those are the things when to make justification, what are the deciding factors? Okay, when people no budget, for example, they can actually rent first to buy later. There is another tips, for example, hey, I'm not sure I want to stay near Summit Velocity area or not. Hey, never mind, just rent first, later on to buy.
Yes.
Okay, when talking investment, right, at the end investment is talking about is it numbers making sense or not? Is the number making sense? Then you can consider it. And also, like for example, is talking about good deal. Is it below market value? The renter, is it demand? How is it? Is it I can create another 1 or 2 more rooms? If people want to go to sublet. So those are multiple different strategies people look into it. So investment is talking about at the end ROI. Is it called a capital potential appreciation? So those are the things. Maybe I share example. My real example. I invest in a condo. It's a condo, named condo, but actually the structure is apartment. It's near to a TBS. Okay. Technically, you can say it's walking distance, but nobody will walk. Okay. Something like that. Okay. I bought it quite cheap.
Okay.
200 over thousand.
Okay.
I sold it 300 over thousand within 5 years time.
Good.
But just enough 5 years, we sold it 300 over thousand because it's near to the train station, everything, and that one is a market. Actually, is a mass market that easy to sell it. And also at investment, people have to think, when I buy the property, is it easier to get the tenant? What is my end game? Is it I want to keep it forever, or I want to sell it for profit? Who will be my potential buyer? If I mentioned the condo at Kota Damansara, the tenant is students. Do you think end user will be investor or
Investor?
investor. When investors want to buy, they want price.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
So it may not sell higher. So those are things that are considered with entry, and also have to talk about exit.
Plan.
And also have an exit plan in mind. What we might exit. Don't jump in because very cheap, got rebate. And also I just 1,000, I borrow loan, then I can buy. Yeah, this is the entry. They make it easier to entry. This is one point. This is the advantage or no money down. But talking about exit, what is the exit planning? How many is holding? For example, it's a good deal, but this is something makes sense for me to hold for 5 years or 10 years to exit. So exit planning is something very important, and some people just forget about it. Example, those hotel, right? Sorry to say that those people invest in hotel. My personal opinion, buying those hotel with the leaseback condition, right? Those are the not easy to dispose. When you want to get a buyer, very difficult. So those are consideration, and there are many cases of dispute that GRR not fulfilled. There are many cases. So buying like those things is not easy to dispose. So those are the things when talking about exit, have to think carefully.
Yes. I think nowadays it's easy to go in, but not easy to go out.
Yes.
Because I think it's yes, I think because also properties in term is a not so liquid kind of investment.
Yeah.
Okay, so before you join going in any investment, I think just like Kelvin say, so have to think about the exit plan first.
Yes, exit plan. Yep.
Yeah.
I think Kelvin will have a lot of information. And let's say around the time's up.
Yes.
And we will close for the day.
Okay. So continue to like and share with your friends.
Correct.
So I think until the end of this week, we will pick a few good seller. So and then we'll send you a book, okay, with the map together, okay. So for free, okay.
Yes.
Not even no need to pay anything, okay.
Okay, I'll create it and with my job.
With his feng shui chop and then power chop inside there, so that to bless you during in your property investment. So if you like to join the property tour, okay, so just give us WhatsApp or to PM so that we know you're interested. Then we'll contact you once we arrange with Kelvin so that we can do a tour on follow the train to a few properties that can bring value to you. So any last word before we closing for our
Lastly, also our voice team is actually a sharing platform. Whoever that are interested, you can check the number at the there as a transport, and so you can. Okay, all right, then have a nice day. Stay
Sure.
safe.
let's see.
All right.
I think okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.